Yeah, we
But what do we have on the docket for today?
All right. Story number 1. Okay. Mark Zuckerberg is building a bomb shelter in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine you're sitting in there and your house, you're like fucking sifting through the ashes of your like family's life that's just been passed down and passed down, and you're fucking sitting through it, and then all of a sudden you hear this little like tractor come over and they're breaking ground on Mark Zuckerberg's new fucking bunker, his state-of-the-art bunker that's probably gonna like stretch across your whole old neighborhood.
Well,
So-
the rest of Hawaii is homeless now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Why do you think he's building that?
because the end of the world is coming.
Right to the point.
Right to the point. The
Okay.
end of the world's coming. Something's happening. Something big is going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know exactly what his motives are, but I know that he's not wasting his money.
Yeah.
He's not that guy.
Absolutely.
He's not doing it because he's paranoid.
I saw this dude argue this point one time, and he took to the seas. He like got like a small like
What does that mean?
like a boat. What I'm saying is like he was ready. Like he was a prepper, right? And instead of going underground, he went out to the ocean. So he like set up his whole boat. Like he had like a 20-footer, just like a fishing boat, and he turned it into his like little prepper place. And he, had water and food supplies and what do they call those? The things they give in the military?
Rations.
The rations. He had like, those for days and stuff like that. Only thing is, man, I think I've never, because you always think,
I hope he died of thirst
I absolutely. You know what I mean?
on the ocean.
Wouldn't that be just sitting there just looking at
I can't drink any of
the
this.
sun's just beating down your fucking neck. I'd drink it.
You fucking throw up, man. You
Yeah.
can't drink salt water.
I'd take the vomit and try to eat that. Just
Cool,
to
man.
go,
So
what
like
I
you did
mean?
last week.
Exactly.
Basically the same thing.
But that was his whole, I don't know. Like, I mean, is that safer to be out there?
I don't think so.
I mean, as long as you got fresh water, so you'd have to hit ground, like you'd have to hit like solid ground at some point. But then you could just be like Water World. You could be like, what's his name? Just go fishing every day. You got like an endless supply of food. You know what I mean? I don't know. It seemed good at the time. Anyways, but Mark Zuckerberg's, I bet is going to be nice. Imagine being mega rich and building one of those fuckers. Like how creative you could get with it too.
What do you think he's going to build? I think he's going to be like a VR bomb shelter.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody just puts those things on. You walk in the bomb shelter, there's just one little box in the middle. Everybody's fucking dying on the outside of their bodies.
You're still out in broad daylight, but you feel safe because the VR goggles.
You're fine.
Dude, I don't know what's going on with that guy. I don't know why he would do that. He's sending a bad message to the world.
But it's
uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's involved with all those people, like the ones that you always hear about, like like the cults and the what are these cabals that run the world and stuff like that. He's always with them. Like he hangs out with the Obamas and the Clintons and shit like that. Like
Speaking of
he
the
mingles with
Obamas,
those
they made a
people.
movie recently that you were telling me about.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like there's all these red flags that are coming out, and that's why I said the end of the world like that. Dude, have you seen like what's coming? You've seen the migrants that are coming in, right?
Yes.
It's all military-aged men from Africa. It's really weird, man. You know what I mean? And they're flying them out business class to New York and to Chicago and like really strategic places. Like something's brewing, dude. Something's gonna happen. Like you can't have all these weird things going on and something not spill over. You know what I mean?
So what do you think?
Maybe a civil war, but not fought in this. Like we talked about this before. Like I don't know what a civil war looks like.
But
today.
isn't a civil war amongst your own countrymen?
Yeah. And
Like if you're shipping people from other countries, is it still a civil war?
Well, think of the men that are going to fight on, let's say, our side. You got, armed men that are sick and tired of it. And then think of who's going to be fighting on that side. Maybe, I don't know, like backup or whatever you want to call that. Like, allies that they could bring in for, hey, listen, Abdul, if I promise to give you 2 more cans of manwich, will you fight the war for the next 10 years? And he's like, yes, I will fight. Give me a gun, whatever you need.
I am Abdul,
yeah.
the destroyer.
You know what I mean? Dude, so I don't know. Listen, look, man, I'm a guy that works in a fucking restaurant, but I'm noticing that weird things are in the works, I don't know. And then that movie, man, it was just so like you need to still watch it, but it was so fucking, dude, it was so on point. Like the whole.
So I have not seen it. No, just let's talk about it.
Okay,
Go ahead.
all right. So here's how it goes.
Start
down.
to finish. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. All right. So spoiler alert. Yeah. If you want to, it's on Netflix. It's a free fucking movie. Go watch it. Jesus Christ. All right. So it starts off. These people go to what is that called? Where you sell your house or you rent out your house for vacations?
Airbnb.
So it's a really like mansion Airbnb. So they go there and they're all excited to get out of the city, and they're just fed up with people and stuff. And then the owner of the Airbnb, who was a head on he was like a lead on the Philharmonic, he was like mega rich, right? Mm-hmm. And he comes and he knocks on the door in the
middle of the night.
Are you talking
about the Philharmonic?
Yeah, the Philharmonic. Okay. Yeah, whatever that is. What is it?
It's an orchestra.
Yeah. Okay. So he shows up in the middle of the night and he wants to stay, and so it's really weird, and they're kind of bunking together, and they're kind of curious like why they're doing that. So they're telling him that there's a blackout in the city. Well, it turns out to be more than that. There's bombs going off, and you're hearing these weird things, these screeching fucking alerts and bells going off. Like all this weird stuff's happened. They're sending down misinformation flyers saying that it's the Middle East that's like coming, and they're doing this, and there's all these cell phone notifications. So basically, you're in the dark the entire movie. Then at the end, it comes down to this. It's a 3-step program that can topple a nation from the bottom to the top. It starts off with...
So it's like a destabilization.
Exactly. They took out the satellite and they, so there's no communication. And then they set them up with misinformation. So then people start turning on each other. And all you need is a divided country. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the movie, you see on one of the computers that rogue military forces are attacking the White House. So from the bottom up, they destroyed America. And
what's the result of the movie?
Well, the result is...
Does someone take power? Like, what's the point?
Here's the problem. Here's what everybody had a problem with. It's the ending. There's no loose ends that are tied up. Like, it's this little girl... I know this is jumping off fucking point, but you got to watch it to know what I'm talking about. Basically, it ends with him explaining that he knew that something like this was going to happen. And then this little girl finds a bunker. This rich person's bunker, which is fucking odd.
Whose bunker?
Exactly. You know what I mean? So now you got extremely wealthy people, building bunkers left and right and stuff like that. Like
the bunker was called Metatropolis.
Yeah, by Zuckerberg. That fucking asshole. So
you think that it's more of like a prophetic type movie where they know what's going to happen and they're kind of hinting at it.
Yeah,
but to what end?
Some type of Orwellian...
Why tell us? Why tell us up front?
I don't know. But you know who produced it? It was the Obamas. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe guilt. Maybe who knows? Who wrote the fucking thing? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. It just seems too. It seems like, obviously it's America, but it's just close to home right now. You know what I mean? Like, we are so fucking divided right now, and people are getting extreme. There's more and more, on both sides. Even
the
liberals are shooting up.
Exactly. Is that two of the most political figures in all of American history are the ones that produced it?
Yes.
And as far as I know, they haven't produced any other movies. So why the sudden shift to actually being interested in Hollywood and producing a movie?
Actually, Barack worked on New Jack City.
Did he really?
No. He's black. You know what I mean? No, but... Hey,
silly me.
Silly me, No, but that'd be funny if he did, and you're just like, wait a minute. And there was a heroin epidemic?
What a naive boy.
Exactly. No, but yeah, it's just odd that they got their hands in this, and you have all those... Again, they say that, they're letting off these migrants, but it's all men, dude. It's all fucking men, dude. There is no families crossing that border, man. It's just men. And remember the Cuban crime wave when, was it Che Guevara that was sending all the Colombians over?
Wasn't it Scarface, the beginning of the movie, that was kind of delineating?
Exactly.
Yeah, that was during that time.
Castro.
Yes.
He was sending all them over.
Yeah, all the criminals.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. These gotta be their worst. They have to be, dude. Who are these fucking guys?
It's probably not their best.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, folks. They're not sending their best. I just did Giorgio for Trump. It's really weird. So I don't know, man. Again, it's, the writing's on the wall. How it ends, I don't know. Listen, when we first did this podcast, I tried to kind of like talk about shit that I didn't, what I mean? From now on, I'm bowing out. Like, listen, it seems weird. It seems odd. All this stuff's fucking coming up. How it ends, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
The powers that be, I'm, like George